Assalamualaikum and hi, good greeting for everyone. My name is Nur Sabrina Afika binti Helmi and I'm the leader of the group. So the others member are Nur Shafika binti Mazlan, Nur Akila Adriana binti Abdul Hamid, Nur Shuhada binti Haris, and the last one is Alia Rosana binti Muhammad Ali. Today, our group will be talking about the National Housing Policy of Malaysia. In this presentation, I will explain a little bit about chronology Malaysia National Housing Policy. So, Malaysia National Housing Policy has evolved through several major phases since independence. In the early post, housing provision was limited and focused mainly on basic urban low-cost unit. And from the 1970 to mid 1980, policies shifted toward poverty alleviation under under the new economic policy. So it's leading to programs such as Perumahan Awam Kos Rendah and state development cooperation delivering low cost home. Between the late 1980 and 1990, Malaysia adopted a more market-oriented approach, strengthening private sector participation and introduction scheme like PPRT, and establishing syarikat perumahan negara berhad. And last one, and next, after 1998, housing policy target squatter eradication and resettlement. And from the 2010 onward, policy emphasis widening to include affordable housing for both low and middle income groups with initiative like Prima and PPA1M and state affordable housing program, and also improving the regulatory framework such as the Strata Management Act. And most recently, the policy has been undergoing review and aligned with Malaysia's border Madani framework. Now I will talking about the policy problem of the national housing policy that has brought both benefit and challenge to the Malaysian housing sector. The national housing sector aimed to ensure adequate and affordable housing for all Malaysians, but several issues affect its effectiveness. One major problem is housing affordability, especially for middle income group in urban areas where private housing prices are considered unaffordable to severely unaffordable. Uh, so govern so government intervention is necessary to balance the market and protect lower and middle income group as private developer often prioritize profit over affordability. So despite various initiative, house price have increased faster than household income because causing B40 and even M40 families to struggle to own a home in states like Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, Johor, and also Penang. The supply of affordable home does not match the demand, especially in a strategic location near job and amenities. So to create a more inclusive housing market, collective effort from the government, private sector, and community are needed. So another issue is poor maintenance of public housing, financial constraint, low rental collection, unpaid fees, and vandalism have led to deterioration deterioration facility, increasing the burden on local authorities. And the last one is lack of coordination is also a major challenge a major challenge housing. And housing responsibility are spread across multiple ministry and agency, and it's causing policy incons- inconsistencies, delay, and inefficient implementation. So it's better integration and centralized planning are essential to improve the policy effectiveness.
Hi, my name is Nur Shohada binti Haris, and now I'm gonna talk about main objective of Malaysia National Housing Policy. The first main objective is to provide adequate and quality housing for all income groups by ensuring homes and equipped with essential facilities, proper infrastructure, and built-in safe, conducive living environment. The second objective is to increase people capability and accessibility, to own or rent homes by improving housing affordable, expanding financial support option, and offering suitable housing choice for low, middle, and high income groups. The last one is to guide the long-term direction and sustainability of the housing sector through effective planning, efficient land use, and policies that support continuous supply of affordable and quality housing in the future.
So, my name is Alia Ruzana binti Muhammad Ali. Next, I will explain for section 4.0, which is actors involved in the policy implementation. So, for the first one is we have the official actors. These are the groups that are formally responsible for planning, managing, and enforcing housing or development policies. So, the federal government, they create the main policies, allocate funding, and provide national guidelines. So, for the state government and local authorities, they are responsible for implementing this policy on the ground. For local authorities, manage land use, building approvals, and ensure that development follow regulation. So, for government agencies, these agencies support policy execution by carrying out technical tasks, monitor progress, and assisting with enforcement. So next, we have the non-official actors, which play a supporting but important role. So for the private developer, they are responsible for constructing housing and development projects. They work together with the government to meet market demand and follow policy guidelines. For the last one is non-governmental organization, which is NGO. NGO provide community support, advocate for vulnerable groups, and help ensure that development meets social needs. They also give feedback to improve the policy. So overall, both official and non-official actors must work together to ensure that the policy can be implemented effectively and benefit the community.
Now, I want to talk about implementation strategy of the policy. The National Housing Policy, or called as NHP 2018 until 2025, was formulated by 5 focus, 16 strategies and statements, and 57 action plans. The first focus is ensuring quality housing for all. Second one is increasing accessibility and affordability of home owning. The third one, ensuring a quality and cohesive neighborhood. Fourth, improving coordination between housing development and transportation for a better quality of life. The last but not least, the strengthening institutional capacity to implement the National Housing Policy 2018 until 2035. Okay. The first focus, which is ensuring quality housing for all. In this focus, government made 5 strategies to implement for this policy, which is the first strategy is develop quality housing standard QHS to improve the overall quality of housing in the country. The second strategy is establish a redevelopment program to facilitate the rejuvenation of buildings in meeting the quality housing standard. The third one, improve building maintenance practice to compliance with quality housing standard. The strategy number 4, refine the role of government and create an appropriate institutional framework in the provision and maintenance of quality housing. Lastly, determine the needs and desire in increasing housing provision and set targets for government housing assistance programs. Focus number 2 is increasing accessibility and affordability of home owning. In this focus, the government made 4 strategy, which is number 1, fully leverage technology and supporting ecosystem to increasing housing supply and productivity. The second one, determine housing affordability measures by area to improve the monitoring and evaluation framework of the state and local authorities. The third one, to expand housing option through formalizations of the rental market to meet the needs of diverse communities. The last but not least, to improve existing housing financing schemes to provide inclusive and sustainable solution for low and middle income groups in accessing affordable housing. Focus number 3, which is ensuring a quality and cohesive neighborhood. Okay, in this focus, government made 2 strategy, which is strategy number 1, provide and maintain quality facilities and service in neighborhood to support community life. Strategy number 2, strengthen the role and spirit of the community in strengthening the quality of the neighborhood environment. Okay, now we go to the focus number 4, which is improving coordination between housing development and transportation for a better quality of life. And in this focus, government made 2 strategy also, which is strategy number 1, coordinate housing and sector planning process in regional, structural, local, special area plans to increase clarity and consistency of vision and enhance the effectiveness of community participants. Strategy number 2 is strengthening the capacity of states and local authorities. Now, we go to the last focus, which is focus number 5. In the focus number 5, it strengthens institutional capacity to implement the National House Policy 2018 until 2025. In this focus 5, government made 3 strategy to this policy. The strategy is number 1, streamline data and address data gaps to advance national housing research. Second, to build internal research capacity to formulate, monitor, and evaluate housing policy and action plans. The lastly is increase resources and strengthen legal and technical capacity to improve the effectiveness of implementation and enforcement. That's all from me. Now I pass to Shafiqah to continue her presentation.
My name is Nur Shafiqah and I'll be presenting SWOT analysis. For the first one is strength. Clear national framework and strong government commitment. The government provide clear policies, stable support, and consistent funding, making the policies more reliable and well coordinated. For the second one is contribution to social well-being and poverty reduction. The initiative help improving living conditions for low-income groups, reducing inequality, and supporting long-term social stability. For the third one is support sustainable housing sector growth. It encourages balanced and long-term housing development, ensuring affordable, quality, and environmentally responsible home. For the third one is collaboration with industry stakeholders. Working together with developers, banks, NGOs, and agencies leads to better planning, smoother implementation, and more effective solution. And for the weaknesses, the first one is escalating construction costs. Rising price of material, labor, and machinery make it more expensive to build houses, which slow down projects and produce affordability. For the second one is land scarcity in urban areas. Limited land in cities make it difficult to develop new housing. This push price ups and force developers to build in less accessible locations. For the third one is persistent affordability issues. Even with housing programs, many households still struggle to buy or rent homes because prices grow faster than their incomes. For the third one is unequal income distribution. Large income gaps means only certain groups can afford quality housing, leaving low-income communities behind and worsening social inequality. For the first opportunity is innovation in sustainable construction. New buildings, technologies, and eco-friendly materials can reduce costs, improve durability, and create greener, energy-efficient homes. For the second one is enhanced data-driven housing planning. Using accurate data and digital tools allow better forecasting and housing needs, improving project planning and land use, and also policy decision. For the third one is stronger federal-state collaboration. Closer cooperation between national and state governments can speed up approvals, align policies, and ensure housing programs reach the right communities. And the last one for opportunities is growing demand from urbanization. More people moving to cities increase the need for housing, creating opportunities for new development and long-term market growth. And for the last one is threats. Rising housing and construction costs, increasing price for material, labor, and land make homes more expensive to build and buy, reducing affordability and slow development. For the second one is land scarcity in urban centers. Limited available land in major cities force prices up and restrict new housing projects, worsening overcrowding and pushing people to less convenient areas. For the third one is socio-economic and racial tension. Unequal access to housing and services can create divisions between communities, leading to mistrust, conflict, and reduced social cohesion. And the last one is urban pressure and infrastructure strain. Rapid population growth in cities can overwhelm roads, utilities, schools, and public services, lowering quality of life and increasing government spending. That's all from me.
So, for the conclusion, the National Housing Policy, which is DRN 2.0, shows the government commitment to providing affordable and quality housing for all Malaysians. It supports social well-being, reduces inequality, and promotes sustainable economic growth. Despite its benefit, challenges like rising construction costs, limited land, and low housing affordability still slow progress. Therefore, stronger cooperation between federal and state agencies, better data-driven planning, and more innovation in sustainable building are needed. So, overall, DRN 2.0 is essential for building a more affordable and sustainable housing future in Malaysia. Okay, so next, let's go to the Q&A season. For the question 1 from Group 1, what is the main objective of the National Housing Policy? So, the answer is the main objective of the National Housing Policy is to ensure that all Malaysians, particularly the low and the middle income groups, have access to adequate, affordable, and quality housing in a sustainable and well-planned environment. So next, for the question 2 from Group 3, what is government intervention important in the housing market? So, the answer is government intervention is needed to ensure housing is accessible to all, especially vulnerable and lower income groups. Without intervention, the private sectors may focus mainly on high profit housing, leading to limited affordable options, market imbalance, and social inequality.
For the Q&A session, um, what is the role of PRIMA under the National Housing Policy? From Group 4, PRIMA Perumahan Rakyat Satu Malaysia focus on providing affordable quality houses for middle income, which is M40 Malaysians, particularly in urban areas. It aims to bridge the gap between high cost private housing and low cost public housing. For question 4, how does lack of coordination affect housing policy effectiveness? From Group 5, lack of coordination between federal ministries, state government, and local authorities lead to policy inconsistencies, delays, project duplication, and poor targeting. This reduces efficiency and prevent housing program from meeting real community needs. For the last question, who are the main target group for the policy? From Group C. The main target group for Malaysia's housing policy is low to middle income household, especially B40 to lower M40. These are the group that struggle most to afford market price homes. So the policy focus on giving them access to affordable housing.